Mr. Trump, you're used to making tough decisions, important decisions. If you were Mr. Silver in charge, what would your decision be?
Well, I don't know that he has much choice, Elizabeth. I think he's going to probably have to do something where he's expelled from the league in some form. I don't know what the mechanism is to do that, and maybe it's a very complicated mechanism. You know, you're taking away somebody's property, you're taking away somebody's team, but I would imagine that they will probably do something, some form of that. It's terrible. He got set up by a very bad girlfriend. Let's face it. That whole thing is she's called the girlfriend from hell.
Right.
But you know, what he said was terrible and despicable, and a very strong action is going to be taken. There's no question about it.
So, Donald, I'm looking at a lot of our emails. It says, hey, it's a private conversation. You know, you now can't somebody, and clearly she was baiting him. Do you fight something like this, or do you just try to limit the damage in a situation like that?
Well, I don't know what you do. It's so bad, and she was baiting him, and she's a terrible human being, and he gave horrible answers and disgusting answers. And you're right, it's a private conversation, but it became very public, and it's a terrible thing for the league.
Yeah.
And I guess the commissioner is probably going to have to act very rapidly, because this has become, you have to hand it to TMZ. I mean, they do get the scoop, and Harvey Levin, the guy gets the scoops. But this is a very, very sad story.
Well, according to TMZ this morning, Donald, it says that apparently Mr. Sterling called his girlfriend and said, hey, how do we make this go away? And she said, talk to my lawyer. Apparently, there are at least 100 hours of this guy on tape, because apparently he told her, tape me because I'm forgetful and I want to remember what I had to say. I mean, that kind of sounds like part of a defense. I'm a little forgetful. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I think he could be out of it. I mean, frankly, based on his actions, he could be pretty much out of it in terms of, his whole mentality. The whole thing is so crazy.
Right.
And the way she led him along, I mean, he should know if he were there, if he was with it, he would know after one or two of those questions that she was answering and asking that there's something going on here.
Right.
You look at the way he's being baited, just constantly being baited. I read part of the transcript, and it was ridiculous. You sort of pick that up very quickly. So he, whether he's out of it or not, what he said was despicable, and everybody, I think, agrees with that. And I think probably very strong action is going to have to be taken by the commissioner. He is on tape, and the tape is horrible, and I don't think he's got an answer for it. There's really no answer. He seems close to incompetent. I mean, maybe that's his answer. He seems close to incompetent. How can a guy say the kind of things? And how can he be led along by somebody that was so obviously looking to do harm to him? Yeah. So the commissioner will probably take extremely strong action, maybe the strongest action so far of any league ever. But this is really bad stuff.
That's what the union is asking of him before Game 5. Donald Trump, thanks for being with us this morning.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, 10 minutes now after the top of the hour.